to all the media persons gathered here. I am Rajesh Prajapati. I am the Managing Director and Chairman of Prajapati Constructions Limited, and I am also heading the PR committee of CREDAI-MCHI. Here we have today our leadership, Mr. Baman Irani. He is the President of CREDAI at national level, and he is also the immediate past President of CREDAI-MCHI. We have Dominic Rommel. He is the Director of Rommel Group and also the President of CREDAI-MCHI. We have Dhaval Ajmera, Secretary CREDAI-MCHI, and also Director Ajmera Realty and Infra Private Limited. We have Nikunj Sangvi, Convener of Exhibition CREDAI-MCHI, and also Managing Director of Bina Group. We are waiting for Atul Rathi, who is the Chief General Manager of SBI. He will be joining us shortly. Friends, this is that time of the year when people across MMR are waiting for one of the most awaited and most happening property exhibition, the largest one of its kind here, which is going on for the past many years. And that is one of the most awaited property exhibition in this region. To let you know more about the Property Expo, the theme of the Expo, and also to welcome you all, I invite the President of CREDAI-MCHI, Dominic Rommel.
Guys, good evening, and especially good evening to the ladies and gentlemen both. So, being the President of CREDAI-MCHI, I welcome you all for the exhibition. We want to open the whole thing today. This is the 31st edition, one of its kind. It's very unique. Normally, we used to have it on the open ground with a hanger. This time, we are having it at Jio Convention Centre. The ambience will be much greater. The experience will be much more pleasurable. So, to talk about real estate at the CREDAI-MCHI as us, I think today we are adding a lot to the GDP. Not only the real estate, but the allied industries which contribute a lot to the GDP. Where employment is concerned, I think if I look at the suburban parts or the rural parts, we I think would be the highest employer generator for the country. So that's two parts of ours. It's just not the fraternity for the exhibition, but we add to the nation building in every aspect. We are looking also to have a lot of new schemes. We are looking at a lot of display of new schemes, and the hero of our whole exhibition is that zero stamp duty on most of the developers are offering on their stall, which is 6% today in Maharashtra, which will, there's always a small line of price difference between the person who wants to buy and the person who wants to sell. There's a nice small margin, and this 6% will, I think, iron out, and a lot of people who are sitting on the fence will jump into the offers being shared. Apart from the zero stamp duty, each developer has unique offerings to all of them, and we are well founded with our financial partners who HDFC Limited, banks and SBI are there. Tata Capital also is supporting us. So it's just not real estate, it's finance, it's allied industries, it's home, which we are looking for, and I wish that you all come and join us on that day. Looking forward to see all of you soon.
Thank you, Tommy sir. So this exhibition, President has himself invited all of you on 26th of January, morning around
To the 20th.
Morning around 10:30, and you can come anytime up to 28th. We'll be there to welcome you all. Friends, to give you more insights into the exhibition, how it will be there, and what are the various stall sizes, etc., the exhibitors, I invite Nikunj Sangvi, the convener of CREDAI-MCHI exhibition. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajesh ji. So we come to our 31st edition. edition of this property exhibition where HDFC Bank Home Loans are partners in that, along with Tata Capital and SBI. Right now, going in the details of what we are going to do for next 3 days, there are more than 75 developers who are from MMR region who have participated in this exhibition, and there are 12 plus banks in our exhibition where the buyers or the people who are there to visit can check their sanction status, their financial eligibility. So we have kept facility. There are 12 banks available for that. There are more than 500 plus residential projects across MMR which are on display by these 75 developers. 100 plus commercial projects are there. Moreover than that, there are 50 plus plots and vacation homes which are being displayed out there. There are a lot of the market is changing towards plots and vacation homes. So there are developers who are displaying 50 plus projects out there. So there is a variety of buying whatever a real estate offers for the buyers in this exhibition, so the buyers can have a chance to look at variety under one shop. The offers which the participating developers are giving to buyers are the most important is 0% stamp duty and waiver of registration fees. As Dominic sir have already mentioned, that this is one of the most key driver which provides affordable house as an association of CREDAI-MCHI. We have urged the developers for this 3 days specifically, please come up with this scheme so we can see the value of housing and the demand what is there in the market. To give an example, if a consumer is buying a 1 crore home, so in Mumbai it's 6% stamp duty and other than Mumbai it's 7% of addition. So consumer saves up to 6 lakh to 7 lakh rupees on a buying of 1 crore. So this is a initiative what CREDAI-MCHI have taken, and we have urged the developers to put this, pass on this benefit for next 3 days over there. Other offerings which developers are providing are digitally smart homes. There are cash discount up to 9 lakhs from different developers. There are facilities of free white goods along with furniture which few developers are putting on their display. There are flexi payment terms which the developer have come up according to project and project specific, which are offered to the buyer, which saves their pre-EMI interest cost. So in this 3 days we are trying to provide best of the deals to the consumers who are sitting on the fence or who are willing to buy their property in this financial year, or they can prepone their decision making. We are trying to offer the best of the deals over there. Over and above buyers, we always, as an association, we always believe in Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. So for our channel partners also, who are key drivers in this market today, as an association, we are providing them additional 0.25% professional fees on the transaction value over and above what the developer is providing. So this is the first time ever in an exhibition in an open forum, an association is committing to provide 0.25% brokerage to the channel partner over and above what is being paid by the developer by the association in this point of whoever books the apartment in this 3 days. So these are the insights of the exhibition which we have tried to bring in. We have made it more holistic, we have made it more inclusive, where maximum number of consumers can benefit. Whatever deals are they looking at in the market, we are sure that buying over here will provide them with better deal with any of the developers they work. Thank you.
Just to add, the inauguration function is going to be Eknath Ji, the Honorable CM, is going to inaugurate this particular thing. And one of the days, Devendra Ji will join us. And on Sunday, Ajit Pawar Ji, the DCM, will join us.
Thanks, Nikul Bhai, for the insights into the exhibition.
10 a.m. on the 20th.
Friends, as Nikul Bhai said, not only we will ensure that the best deals in homes are given to you, to the consumers, but also the best home loan is provided at the fastest on the spot. One of the presenters of the exhibition, SBI, is here and represented by Mr. Atul Rathi. He is the Deputy General Manager, Real Estate and Housing Business Unit, Mumbai Metro Circle. So we would like to hear from you, Atul, your plans about this.
Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to
CHI with all the people who are on the stage and off the stage. They are doing, I think it is doing a great deal to change the landscape. And it is our endeavor as a bank, as a participant and as an active kind of contributor to this ecosystem, that all people under one roof, that is as he has rightly said, Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas. So to make people aware about the kind of offerings which they have mentioned, very lucrative offerings, to make people aware that this is the time to buy. I think all of you are aware about the kind of boom property market is in, but it is more for investment. And most of the people would like to actually now come on board on the property ladder. So I think that is one sincere kind of effort from our side, that all of us get something there in terms of home loan offerings. Just State Bank of India definitely always believes that a healthy ecosystem always will develop the financial system, as well as it will also help the real estate industry. Some of the major offerings which we have actually customized for this 3 days function is that we are coming up with 0% processing fees for the houses which are ready for occupation. So ready houses, we are coming up with 0% processing fees. So people who book their houses, their dream houses here, absolutely it would be completely transparent and with 0% processing fees. Second, we have also reduced our rates, especially for this exhibition, and they are the most competitive rates in the industry. Obviously, it is based on the CIBIL score, as you know that CIBIL score is what drives your interest rates. But we have tried to actually lower the rates and make it one of the most competitive. Third offering which State Bank of India will give is that when you come on the property ladder, sometimes you don't have the kind of income as of now, but over a period down the line, 18 months down the line or 36 months down the line, you will have that kind of wherewithal that you will be able to repay your EMI. So initially 18 months we have come up with an interest capitalization scheme wherein you need not pay anything in the initial 18 months. So 18 months moratorium will be there, and once your dream house is ready, you take the possession, you take the key, then your EMI will start. It would be an interest capitalization which is recently launched by State Bank of India. And the fourth added advantage, I think there are so many sweeteners here, because they have brought in so many things. So obviously as an active partner we have to match their style. So what we have done is that wherever we have kind of APF, that is the approved projects which State Bank of India has done, and the people actually, and most of these projects are approved projects by State Bank of India, over and above all the concessions, we give 5 basis points additional concession subject to approval. So people who believe that, look, these 3 days are a golden opportunity for them, then definitely there are so many sweeteners available for them. And I think they are doing a great job, and we are in terms of promoting this concept that all under one roof we can actually make it a good picnic, and banks will definitely support it. So there are so many things, but majorly these are the broad lines which I wanted to bring to your attention. Thank you very much, and I believe some of you will also come on the property ladder and will back to State Bank. Thank you.
What be your offering?
See, as I told you that it depends on your CIBIL score and there is a rating matrix on which it is there, but I can give you a broad idea that it would be somewhere between 8.35 to 8.45. Again, but it depends on case to case, as I have said to you, that it is driven by the CIBIL score of the customer as well as there is a rating matrix. But I have given you a broad idea. So it would be between 8.35 to 8.45. It ranges from 8.35 to 8.6 also. So there are better offerings in which the properties which are ready for purchase.
And the additional 5 basis point.
So there is a floor rate. There is a floor rate point, which is as of now we have kept it at 8.35. But obviously looking at the entire TRV, that is entire value relationship with the bank, we can always give a better offer.
Thank you. Any other question?
Actually, the question you should ask is home loan rates कब कम करेंगे? RBI कभी ये move करेगी?
I think you have to move to a different forum then.
Yeah.
I'm Lokesh Shastri. I'll just give you
Yeah.
Sure. I'm Lokesh Shastri from MTI News. Firstly, congratulations.
Thank you.
Great job since 21 years, bringing the industry together and as well as increasing the sales of the whole the kind of support that you are giving is really appreciable. Now, having said that, I wanted to understand between the last year and this year, how many number of developers were there in the last years who participated? What was the business volume last year, and what is the business volume this year that you are expecting, and the number of developers this year?
So the developers which were last year, which we had conducted at Expo, was nearly approximately 68 to 70 developers that participated at that point of time. This time we have 75 plus developers. In terms of volumes which we say in terms of business attraction, what we had recorded the numbers last time was approximately 150 plus apartments which were sold last year. Now this year we are estimating with the schemes what developer has bought and the deals which different developers are offering, at least we see around 300 to 400, sale of 300 to 400 apartments or units over there.
Any outside Mumbai or outside Maharashtra people are also
No,
participating?
MMR.
Only MMR region people are participating over there.
And there are many more exhibitions, tell him. And there are many more exhibitions, by the way, under the CREDAI-MCHI and under the CREDAI banner that are continuously taking place. Thane is next, I don't know the dates.
Kalyan is next.
Kalyan is next, then Thane is there. So all our units, we are about 1400 members in CREDAI-MCHI. All our units will be organizing expos, and over there, of course, that will be more for the local populace. But MMR, all the developers that participate out here have, projects everywhere. For instance, we'll be advertising Thana, Virar, maybe if I get my RERA, Dombivali, so that kind of thing. So we will have a lot more variety out here, and then of course there will be micro markets which are doing their own exhibitions. Yes. Yeah.
I just wanted to
Mike,
talking about
one second,
Yes.
please.
Prime Minister has been talking about.
May your name, please, sorry.
My name is Draupadi Mumbai. I'm from LP.
Okay.
Prime Minister has been talking about affordable homes, and now with the housing minister, the new policy that they're coming up, they are looking at affordability. So is this Expo in any way going to be having anything to do with affordable homes?
See, we are encouraging housing for all, as the Honorable Prime Minister has said. Now, the point is that Bombay is a very peculiar situation that there are two restrictions. One is the price and one is the size. So we are also talking to the housing industry ministry in Delhi to at least eliminate one. So it's like 45 lakhs is the limit ceiling for an affordable house. In slums, every slum almost costs 80 lakhs to 1 crore. So that's where the limit is, the price and size. So once that thing gets clear, there will be a lot of encouragement from Mumbai. But MMR anyway is doing very well, and we are promoting MMR in a large way.
There's nothing really in
But
this.
there is.
So at least there won't be anything.
There is, but
No, Rohit, what I want to state out here is, if you see what we have announced, right, we are absorbing almost 6% of your stamp duty and charges there are. So imagine this, what is our intent? Like I mentioned, it is volume. We want to exhibit our properties and then drive volumes in there. So obviously we are doing the best. But now I want to touch upon the affordable definition. See, the government of India came out with the affordable definition being 60 meters and 90 meters, 60 meters in urban agglomerations or the metros, and 90 meters and 120 meters and all of that. What they also did was they put a price tag to it of 45 lakhs. Do you know when this was done? 2017. What is the year right now? 24. We are almost 8 years away from there. Imagine 45 lakhs at an inflation of just 7-8%, which is the national inflation of this country, is about 70-75 lakhs right now. Can you believe that definition has not shifted? So as CREDAI, we've been working with the government and stating that we need to change the definition of affordable housing. So at least that 1% GST advantage, the 5% to 1% GST advantage to my consumer comes up, right? The second thing we've been saying is, especially now, I can leave it back to Dominic, but he'll tell you that for the longest time, we've been stating that premiums in Mumbai are the highest in the country. We have given papers time and again which show that we are at 20x, if I'm not mistaken, 20x of Bangalore prices. So in Bangalore, to construct a 1 square foot, if you take $100, we are at 20 times that, 2,000 rupees. Really nothing justifies this. And we've given these reports. Of course, government is extremely keen, but then they've got a whole lot of other things, including the infrastructure that they're developing. Money really comes from our industry, right? When development takes place, one is that the premiums we pay, but more important, importantly, after that, the taxes that you all are paying on a regular basis as residents of a home, right? And then the employment that you're generating, the taxes that get generated out of that. So we've been talking about that real estate is not simple in any part of the world. Let's be clear about that. So there's been a constant parlay. We continually engage with them, and as a matter of fact, a few of our asks with the Honorable FM this year also is reintroduction of the CLSS scheme, providing a credit-linked guarantee for all those home purchases. The delinquency level is 0.02% in real estate. So some part we will walk or run, the other part we will need the government and we'll need the people to assist us also. And then again, we are working with the bankers also to reduce the rates.
Any other question? Yeah, please. उनको दीजिए.
सर आपके एक्सपो में आपको मिनिमम और मैक्सिमम क्या प्राइस तक घर खरीदने का ऑप्शन मिलेगा सर?
Minimum and maximum.
So minimum price over here for MMR region is 12 लाख से लेके 10 करोड़ 15 करोड़ तक के घर वहाँ पे प्रस्तुत हो रहे हैं.
साइजेस क्या?
So it is between 30 meters to no limit sizes over here.
20 लाख रुपए से लेकर
12 लाख.
12 lakh.
Any other question? Yeah.
सर I'm Sajis from the investor. सर ये 3 दिनों में कितना फुटफॉल एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं कि कितने लोग विजिट करेंगे?
So as of now जिस तरह जिस तरीके से हमारी मार्केटिंग चल रही है, as of now we have got 14,700 registrations as of now who will be visiting the expo. So these are all unique registrations. Along with that we consider whatever may be. So we are approximately considering 25,000 to 30,000 people over there.
I have few questions from media who's attending virtually, so I'm just taking the first question, either Mr. Raghav or Mr. Irani can take it. What are your views on the third city around Navi Mumbai International Airport, considering the delay that has happened in developing it?
So, look, first of all, let us all be aware of one thing, that infrastructure was delayed, but it's the reality today. So what my father would have seen, at least I will see and I will benefit from it. It is late, like I said, it has come. I think the new airport, Navi Mumbai airport, is going to add to a lot of the economy of the entire city, because we imagine that the airport is going to be there, but still a lot of businesses that are, I know for a fact, robotics, pharma, all these are AI, all this is being worked on to be in the vicinity of that airport. And obviously the fallout of that is going to be, there are going to be businesses that provide entertainment, shopping, residential, all of it. And all the people will not be living around there. So the kind of reach of this development is going to be much larger. With every new city that develops, and just to give you an idea, 60% of the Indian population is going to move towards urban agglomerations by 2030. Do you know what a major shift that is going to be? And that cannot be absorbed by the 5 or 10 or 15 cities we have right now. There has to be at least about 60, 70 cities, new cities coming up in the country. And that's why, places like Navi Mumbai will open up. I see not too far in the future that Mumbai and Pune become almost like, one city, where the travel time is, further and further reduced, and people live in one place and work in another or come visit pretty often. So this is the changing dynamic of all cities around the world. We've observed it around, in first world countries, and we are definitely getting there faster than before.
And the next
I'll just add to what Baman says. I understand that the airport was delayed, but look at the other infrastructure which got developed because the airport was delayed. So we had the metro hub, we have the Atal Setu, this. So you look at the government's other part of it. They also have built up the other infrastructure would have come later, but they have come much more earlier. So I think the city will have its own charm with all these new connectivities and all the interconnectivities in the city.
So it's all हेमंत सर फ्रॉम महाराष्ट्र है।
हाँ जी।
ये डीएमसी ने पॉल्यूशन कंट्रोल के बारे में जो रेस्ट्रिक्शन आ रहे हैं, उसका इफेक्ट बिजनेस पे या कॉस्टिंग पे या कंज्यूमर पे जा रहा है?
नहीं, एफर्ट तो जरूरी है पोल्यूशन के कारण, तो मेरे ख्याल से इट्स नॉट अ बिग कॉस्ट, इट्स मोर अ कॉशन. तो अगर हम लोग कॉशन ले रहे हैं तो इट इज गोइंग बेटर, सो देयर इज नो मच कॉस्ट ऑन इट.
दिक्कतें आ रही है जो नियम जो बनने से पहले?
जरा भी दिक्कतें नहीं. आप रूल्स फॉलो करो, दिक्कतें आएंगी नहीं.
So there's a question on your views on title insurance, which is part of RERA regulations, but it is not yet available anywhere.
Question 2.
Anybody? So, RERA is an evolving act, and everything that is envisaged, say 70 years we didn't have any rules, now suddenly on one day, you want to wake up and have everything, will not happen. But title insurance will take some time. Around the country, there's a lot of geo-mapping that is going on for all the properties. So we are well on our way. I will be out of my depth to tell you when Maharashtra would be absolutely ready for title insurance, but even if that were to happen in 7, 8, 10 years, we are absolutely safe as of today because most of the developers are getting great title certificates, doing all the due diligence, because now we are more responsible, as we weren't earlier, but now we are more responsible to be able to kind of offer our consumer. See, what is the consumer looking for? He's not looking for much. He's looking for what was offered to me, with the specs that is offered to me, with the size that is offered to me, without any hassles. Now, all developers have understood what are we being paid for. We are being paid to smoothen the path of the home buying, and that is exactly what we are doing. And with that, I think title, insurance will become slightly irrelevant in today's time because the consumer is still getting full value for his money and is getting the home of his dreams without having an issue on it.
The last two questions. This question is for Gagan. Why have developers shied away from affordable housing?
So, as Mr. Baman said earlier, I think the primarily reason for Mumbai not having affordable homes is the definition which is actually making it restrictive to have, because if you look at 45 lakh rupees as an apartment cost or 60 square meters, I think most of the developers would love to make homes at 60 square meters because one, as a developer, we are not getting in rebate for GST. It is anyways we are paying. But for the consumer, it will become 1% GST and not 5. So that is one saving towards the consumer one. And secondly, primarily because of the premiums being so high, the land cost being high, and obviously with construction costs, making a 45 lakh home is not possible in Mumbai per se. So if we genuinely just remove it and make it as a definition just on the size and not on the price, I think there will be a plethora of affordable homes coming in Mumbai, and that will actually change a lot of cycle coming for the real estate and overall economy as well. Because just to give one example, when the government reduced the stamp duty and the premiums, there was so much of premiums the developers paid. Like it was 3 times the premiums which normally developers would have paid. They paid it during that time because they were given discounts. Number 2, when stamp duty was there, which was 5%, it went down to 2% during COVID. I think the transactions were equal or more than what it was done earlier.
Collection.
And even the collections were even higher than what they were collecting at 5% or 6% stamp duty. So it is imperative that these kind of restrictions should be off. And if that is done, I think there will be a big amount of change which we can see in affordable housing.
So just to add to Dhaval, if we look at the maximum sales are less than 60 square feet. So affordable housing is happening. In Mumbai, every developer is doing a 645 less area. But unfortunately, the price, which is 45 lakh, cannot be affordable because the premiums on 645 is equivalent to that, you can work on those maths. So that's where the problem. So affordable housing is being built, but the price factor is the problem.
Second thing I would add to that, I would see in the city of Mumbai, we are governed by a ready-rector rate, where it defines your market value of your homes over there. In Mumbai, not a single city is numbered with a size of 60 square meter will fit in a budget of 45 lakhs. And technically, you are not allowed to sell below ready-rector rate. So there is a 2 contradictory act which one state government has a ready-rector and central government has a law. So in this affordable housing in city of Mumbai, or that definition needs to be changed or needs to be upgraded.
They'll change the thing for you if you're selling at 45 lakhs.
To be careful. For you about what is the expectations and number of transactions, volume or value during this expo?
So as as an activity, we are taking everyday call with the participants. participating developers with their marketing team. But it is difficult to commit numbers, but we'll see definitely what volumes we had seen last year better than that, because the schemes which we have, or the developers who had participated last year, we are continuously making efforts to bring these kind of schemes, but last year few of them are on board, this year majority of them are on board. So definitely what attraction we saw last year will be much better than that.
The last question, Thomas, for you. And then you want to add?
No, I don't want to add, but I
No,
mean,
you can add.
no problem.
Not to the 45 lakhs.
Everybody's asking the expectations from the budget, upcoming budget from CREDAI.
So budget, as we said, the first is the housing for all policy. If the rate cap can be taken out, because as Nikunj, I didn't want to elaborate, the premium which you pay for 60 square meters is a good amount. It's almost 30% of the revenue means the reduction rate and other things. So once if the price is off, I think Bombay will become like an affordable housing for all. That's one most important point. And then 1% GST.
There is a follow-up question to the title insurance.
I think let's close this now because
But the absence of title insurance brings in a lot of disputes for our builders, especially if they move to new regions. From builders' perspective, what is your view?
See, every act is a good act, but to implement it takes its own time, as Baman said. So we are growing on that path. We'll see when it comes. Thank you.